Hello and welcome my beautiful Scorpio minds. Today we'll be working on our middle split. And if you're still struggling with your middle split, don't you worry, you can definitely get there. But also maybe it's because your butt muscles are not strong enough, especially when you're sitting in a position like that and you cannot seem to straighten your back. You're still sitting here. It's got to do with flexibility, but it's also got to do that your butt muscles are not strong enough probably, so that your body is like, okay, I am strong enough to hold myself to get into this position and not get hurt, and also to get back up without struggle. Because your body always wants to prevent injuries and wants to prevent yourself from getting into something where you cannot get out of. So if that's one of your problems, maybe go ahead, go to the gym, do some glute workouts, and that's gonna also improve your hip flexibility, your middle split flexibility, alongside stretching. Alright, but first, let's tackle the stretching part. And this works best after a workout when you're already a bit warmed up, because then also your body lets go much more easily, because your tissues, your muscles, everything is already warm and ready for some action. Alright, I want you to start sitting in a diamond split, or just like a diamond here. So your soles of your feet are together and your knees are dropping out to the side. And also don't worry about how deep you can go, just do whatever feels good to you. It should feel a little bit uncomfortable, but never super painful. So as soon as you find yourself being in like a strain, or something's like, I cannot be here, then take it a step back. Please do it for yourself, take care of yourself. Alright, I want you to hold on with both hands to your feet and just wiggle around a little bit. So drop your knees, you can do a butterfly motion, one leg at a time, just to really get your hips warmed up a little bit. You can do little motions or big motions. This is your practice and you do you. But yeah, I can already start to feel that my hips get warm, because this is like an active stretching position, I would say, because you actually have to bring some strength to this. And it's really nice to do some passive and some active stretching together. Because after an active stretching session, if you do the passive movement after, you're able to let go a bit more. Alright, bring it to a standstill. With one hand, grab your feet. With the other hand, gently push down one knee. And try not to hold on. With every breath out, let your knee fall a bit deeper. You should really feel it here. Also, it doesn't matter if you feel it a lot or just a little bit, everything is good. If you want to go a bit deeper here, you can always lean forward and with the opposite elbow, push down the other leg. And what I love to do is to twist my chest up, so that you also stretch your side here a little bit, which also comes in really handy for the middle split. Because it's not only about your inner thighs that are stretched, but pretty much all of your midriff, lower body. Take a couple of deep breaths here and feel how everything is releasing pretty fast. Slowly come back to the center, switch sides, so one hand or the other hand is holding on, with the opposite hand pressing down your knee. And my left side is better, so here I can put my knee on the floor almost, and the right side is not working. So also here, pay attention to what side is your better side, And then put just a little bit more love to the other side, because we don't want to create disbalances here. Also, if you want to go deeper, with the opposite elbow, press down your knee and twist to the side, look up. Deepen your breaths here and try to let go of all of the tension in your hips. Rotate yourself back to the front. Grab both of your feet with both of your hands, and then try to keep your spine as straight as possible. So already try to rotate your hips up, and then with this straight spine, go as deep as possible. Bring your butt cheeks out. So that you can really fold forward. And what I love to do is to press my feet or my knees down with my elbows here as well. And go as deep as you can, as you want to. Maybe you can also touch your forehead to the ground. And be really, really gently here. So here you should really feel your hips opening up. Maybe you also feel a sensation in your butt, in your lower back, and that's good. That's exactly where I want to go. And let your head hang just for a couple breaths here. Slowly press yourself back up. Ooh. Flare your legs open and close. This feels so good already, and we weren't even in the straddle yet. Alright. So come onto your feet and stretch one leg out, and the other leg is gonna come down. So it's best if your whole foot is on the floor. If this does not work, then you can also come onto your tippy toe. But what I want you to do is to try to go really, really deep and put your knee on the floor, and also press that knee out so you can really feel the sensation here, and also maybe in your hamstring. And also try not to hold on to intense and clench too much here, but rather enjoy the stretch. I know it's always so easily said, and for me, I've been stretching my whole life pretty much, and I cannot imagine how it's feeling when you just started. But stay with me, and as I said, it should never feel like super crazy painful. Then take it a step back. You can always adjust because this is your practice. But I want you to get the best results, so you should also feel a little bit discomfort, feel a little stretch. But yeah, take care of yourself, please. always breathe. Place both hands in the middle and I want you to flex and point that foot. And flex and point. Give you a little extra and active stretch here in your hamstrings, and it's also warming up your leg. On the floor with your hands if you need to. If you don't need the hands, don't use your hands. Come to the other side. Give it a quick stretch here. Rock over to the other side. Do that again. Again. And then one last time, come over to the other side. Stay here. Foot is up, knee is pointing towards the ceiling, and point your toes as much as possible. So exact same thing here. Try to put your knee on the floor and then also go as deep. Like if this is already enough, stay here. If you want to go deeper, press your leg, press your knee away from your body. And the bottom foot is angled out. So it's like a half middle split already. The stretch is a little bit more active, but also try not to clench your butt cheek. Try to let go of that bottom leg. And always adjust and always see what kind of pressure you need. Both hands on the floor and flex and point and flex and point, flex and point and flex and point. Ooh, awesome. Bring your feet together on the floor, wiggle it out. This is a little bit strenuous, I know, but this is all for you. Alright, I want you to come onto your knees here. The next one can also be a little bit uncomfortable. You can definitely take a pillow for your knees because we're going to keep stretching those hip flexors. So yeah, what I want you to do is basically okay, I'm just going to show you. Well, the ultimate goal would be to come into this little frog position here. Wait, can you see? So that you bring your legs out like that and lie like that. But this is probably a little bit too much right now. So what we're going to do is you can sit on your knees, bring one leg out. You can definitely have like a cushion or something that's sliding. But yeah, I want you to bring that leg out, and you can definitely this time point your feet towards the ceiling, or not the ceiling, towards like your front, and then slide out as far as possible. If this is already enough and you can feel it, perfect. If you want to slide out even more, go ahead. And then also you can bring your chest to the floor and then stay here. Yep, this is definitely stretching, and I'm going the extra mile. So I'm basically already in a straddle, but as I said before, just stay wherever you are, okay? This is your practice, and don't look at me or any other people on Instagram, social media, because you are not them, and they had to put in just as much work as you have to put in now. So it's all a journey, it's all a process, and everything is good. Wherever you are right now, this is amazing. And you're doing so good. I mean, you're here on the mat practicing. Isn't that reason enough already to celebrate? I think it is. Always remember to breathe, let go of the tension. Wherever you are, slowly come back. Ooh, do this really slowly, because sometimes it's like pinching a little bit. All right, we'll do the same on the other side. Sit on your knees, bring one foot out, your toes pointing in front of you, and then lean forward. If this is enough already, that's really good. Stay here, or slowly bring your leg outward, maybe until you're here. That's also really good. You should feel this maybe in your hips if they're really tight, or here in your hamstrings, in your pit. If you're not feeling this at all, you can always bring your knee out a little bit and bring your hips in front so that they're aligned with your knees here. And then again, stay here and breathe. And with every breath out, try to let go a little bit more. I really love hip stretches because we hold a lot of tension here. A lot of, if we have a lot of stress, it sits there. If we sit down a lot during the day, they get really tight. And then opening them up feels so good after when you come out. And it's just released. You feel released too. Slowly, wherever you are, come out of it. Shake out your legs once again. Bring them in and out. Bring them closer to you. Stepping out, whatever you need to do here. And then I want you to come into a little straddle. So not a full straddle yet, just a comfortable one. Where you maybe feel a little bit of a strain, or not strain, like stretch, but not a big one. All right, now I want you to go over to one side with one hand, fall down. If it's here, stay here. And I want you to just release the top arm and maybe touch your foot or your leg, and then come up again, and then take it to the other side. So we're not gonna stay for super long, just a little touch, and flare, and touch, and flare to get your sides warmed up, to get your muscles going, that your body knows that you can come back up. And you can go deeper and deeper with every time you touch down. Really make yourself tall and reach, tall and reach. Again, tall and reach, and tall and reach. Next time, we're gonna stay here. Breathe out. If you're here, this is amazing. I want you to turn your torso towards the ceiling as much as you can, and then walk down as far as you can. But always stay where your limit is. I don't know where your limit is, only you know it. And then I want you to stay there and push a little bit so that you can really feel it. And keep breathing. Release, come to the front, slowly press yourself up, wiggle around for a second, and we'll take it to the other side. Open up your chest here, and breathe, and slowly let yourself come down as far as possible. If you can reach your toes, that's perfect. If not, that's perfect too. And breathe into the stretch, really feeling your side elongate. Back to the front, push yourself up. Slowly bring your legs together. Wiggle them out before we come into another straddle. Alright, open up your legs, come into comfortable straddle, so not pushing it to the limits just yet. And what I want you to do is slowly lift up one butt cheek, bringing that hip to the front, come back, lifting up the other butt cheek, bringing it to the front slightly so your toes are also going to come in a little bit, and then keep repeating that really gently. Be really gently because this is a rotation and I don't want you to get injured, so only do this as much as you can. If it's only this far, that's good. Stay here and keep doing that. This is really to loosen up the rotator cuff here, to get used to that motion of bringing your pelvis forward. And maybe you already know this, it's gonna get easier. All right, stay here. Put your hands to the front, and I want you to flex and point your feet and flex and point and flex and point and flex and point. This is warming up all of your hamstrings, your calves. So good for you. This will allow yourself to get deeper into the stretch. And flex and point. Awesome. Keep your feet pointed. And now, with your hands on the floor still, try if you can round your back as much as possible. And then bring your hips forward. Arch your back also as much as possible. Do this again. Round your back. And arch your back. Bring your pelvis with you. Again, if you do little movements and that's all you can do, that's awesome. If you can go all the way, good for you. Again, this is your practice and you do whatever you can do. And then every time you do this, you'll feel it's gonna get easier and easier every single time. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of practice, that you notice and you feel how you're getting better. Awesome. Stay here. Next thing, we will draw circles with our head, with our upper body. So hands are still placed in front of you. Now you want to go to your left and down to your right and up. Really slowly hitting all of the corners, really feeling where there's still tension. Is it your hamstrings, your knees, your hips, your lower back, and really breathing in there. And if you feel there's something where you're like, oh, I really need to stretch here, stay here a bit longer, and then continue your circle. Slow and controlled movements. Muscles will help you get into the stretch and coming out of the stretch. Can you feel it? My muscles are definitely starting to warm up here. Alright, next time you're in front, change direction. So first left side, right side, and down. Stay in your center. Now you can open up your legs just a tiny little more because they're being warmed up. And it's time to get into straddle ball. We already are in a straddle. You didn't even notice, did you? But now I want to bring all of these movements together. So from the round back into the arch back. And if this is all you can do, stay here. I want you to pay attention to your knees, so try to keep them up. So I want you to keep your butt a little bit engaged, not clenched, just a little bit, turning out your legs. And for everybody else, start walking down ever so slightly, paying attention to where your feet are pointed, to point them up to the ceiling. You can flex them if you want to. And then slowly start moving down. And by time, you will feel how your muscles and ligaments and everything inside there is slowly starting to let go, and you can move deeper and deeper. And really focus on your breath. With every breath out, relax your body and let go a bit more. If you need a pillow or something to lie down, if it's too exhausting for you, go ahead and pick a pillow. But you can also stay on your hands or on your forearms. It's all good. If you're already on the floor and you feel rather comfortable here, you can fold your hips like pancake style to the floor. So point your feet, and instead of your feet and your knees pointing up, they will come to the front. Did you see that? It's from here. Can you see my hips? They're really turning out, so that your belly is lying on the floor. But only do this if you're already comfortable in your other straddle. And then also here you can let go and plant your forehead on the floor. Or if you want to go even deeper, you can stay here or also come up onto your hands. This is really deepening the stretch. But yeah, this is only an option for the flexible ones under all of you guys. But yeah, you can also just stay here. It's totally okay. Wherever you are, I want you to slowly come back up. Take your time here. And then lean back and really slowly bring your feet together. This is an intense stretch, so really take your time here. Hold your knees up, feet together. Ooh. This is intense, isn't it? And then just wiggle around, open and close. Do whatever feels comfortable. And I've got one last stretch for you guys, just a really quick one. It's a hard one. That's why I put it at the end, just for a little extra exhaustion here. But it's also a good one, just to bring a little bit awareness to where the stretch is going and where you want to go in the end. So we will start in a high triangle shape here. So feet are wide apart, your hands are on the floor, and really slowly I want you to start walking your feet out until you feel a stretching sensation, yeah, everywhere pretty much. And then go as low as you can and stay there and really breathe, 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 breathe. As you can see, I can come down as before, but yeah, just stay wherever you are, and really breathe and try to relax a little bit. At least try. Give me a delusion that this is easy and comfortable. Come on, you can do this. Just push and hold and breathe. It's soon over. Try not to tense up too much. Be active in your legs, but not holding on too much. Try to glide just a millimeter further down every breath out. You got this. All right, slowly come back up. Bring your feet together. Walk them out. Feel how you feel. I hope you feel a little bit released and relaxed. Feel how your hips feel. Come down on your knees, on all fours, and just bring your knees outside, almost mat width, and press yourself back into child's pose, really melting into this pose right here. Taking a couple breaths to let go of the stress and the stretching sensation from the minutes before. But you did good. How did it feel? Where did you feel the most sensation? Where are you holding on to the most in your body? And where are some areas that you would like to let go more? Think about it. And then maybe you can bring these affirmations, these thoughts onto your mat the next time. And also see if you're already doing better. And if you can let go, just that little bit more within your practice. Slowly press yourself up onto all fours again. Slowly give you a little stretch in your belly, in your hip flexors. Breathe in and breathe out. This position, come into just a very comfortable sitting position for you. Give yourself a warm hug, a pat on the shoulder. I thank you so much for being here. Let me know how you found this stretching video, if it was really uncomfortable or if it was okay, if this is helping you do this on a regular basis if you really want to improve. And yeah, give it a thumbs up, give me or let me know if you like this so that I know that you want me to continue these videos. Otherwise, I'm just happy in the dark. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you're gonna make some progress here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me either here or on Instagram. That being said, I'll let you get on to your day. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time here on my channel.